And we're live. Welcome back, everyone. It is Total 90 with Coach Hugh. We've got one of our favorite guests, Coach Ty. What's up, Coach Ty?
What's up? What's up?
We're back. So Coach Ty had a question for me, so I decided let's just go live and explain it to everyone. I used to do these probably 2 or 3 years ago, where I would walk through my lineup, and this is a website called So Rare. It's basically fantasy soccer combined with cryptocurrency. And what they do is they combine the blockchain technology with player image rights. So Rare owns they license the image rights of all of these players. And it legally allows them to sell these player cards on a market. So if we go to the market, they've got auctions. The auctions were so much fun. When I had cryptocurrency, I was trying to, and look at this one. So this is up for auction right now. This is a Christian Pulisic. It is I'm hoping it loads for us. So this is a rare card. This is a 1 of 100 card that you can buy. This is number 27 out of 100. And it looks like it's a special World Cup edition. You know, he's got the flag draped over him. So Rare sells this, and you can auction it with Ethereum, or you can buy it with US dollars. Back in the day when they first started, I was having to use Ethereum. So I was one of the first people on this because I understood crypto. So I was an early adopter. At one point, I probably shouldn't say it. I'm going to say my collection was worth 6 figures. It was nuts. It was nuts, dude. It was like the Wild Wild West. They since have kind of watered down everything. And this was before they got the EPL contract. So they only had like Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, and maybe the German league. And so there was kind of a scarcity inherently with this website. And then they got the EPL contract, and all the prices just dropped. And it was like, fuck. So anyway, so this is a ton of fun. So I used to be in these auctions regularly and just like bidding against people and buying players. Thrilling experience, like fucking amazing. Because there's a timer here. You've got 9 hours and 39. My boy and I, we'd be up to like 3 a.m. on some of these cards, trying to fucking win them. You know, because it's down to the second. And what happens is you can preset a bid. So let's say right now the highest bid is 0.24 Ethereum. What I could do is I could put my bid in for 0.25. And then I could put a future bid in for like 0.3 if somebody comes over me at 0.26. So if they try to wait for the last second to outbid me, I've already beat them to the punch. And I've already got that next bid. Now I'm committed to that 0.3 or 0.03. But this was such a fascinating website. There's nothing that they're actually selling other than like the digital coin, right? So they're basically printing money. And these guys are just, the auctions, you can see they got a layout. Ronaldo's up for bid right now.
What's the most valuable one up there right now?
It was an Erling Haaland. Let's see if we can find it. Erling Haaland. So these are 1 of 100. They also sell a 1 of 10, and then they do a 1 of 1. So I think it was an Erling Haaland. Let's just see if we can find him. It was an Erling Haaland 1 of 1. I want to say it was like $650,000. Somebody paid for it.
Wow.
Here we go. Cards. Unique. I forget how to look at cards. It's been so long since I've done this.
So you're talking about back in the day, like at kind of the peak.
Yeah, this was around 2021, 2022. Somewhere around there. And I wish I knew.
600-something thousand. Okay. What about like right now? You showed a Pulisic, and that was going for like
$40.
0.02 Ethereum, which was, you said like $20?
40. It's like $40.
Yeah, $40. So I'm wondering, how does that card compare with its peers? Because especially if crypto is about to go back up, which it's been waiting for a while, it might be about that time where it starts going back up. And so then you got the World Cup, like that Pulisic might be at a really good price right now.
We're up 2. I ran 2-1.
Oh shit! They must
So
score in the
Erling
free
Haaland.
kick.
Oh, offside. They're gonna watch it. They're gonna watch it. All right. So I want to quickly see if I can find this for you. So this one right now was bought 8 months ago for 8,000. Yeah, it was this one right here. So let's look at the history. How do we? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. $678,000.
Wow.
He later
say. Oh yeah, go ahead. That was going to be my question. Of like, does it say if he sold it or he held on to it?
So he bought it for 265 Ethereum coins, and then later sold it for 76.
Ouch.
Yeah, this guy Zima Blue. I lost a bunch of auctions to this guy. This guy was fucking everywhere. This guy was everywhere. He was a savage. He was a whale. He would come in and he'd just outspend you every time. It was nuts. But yeah, I mean, this was back 4 years ago, so like 21, 22, and he came in with $678,000. You're like, oh my god! And this is the one of one. This is the first Erling Haaland. It's his Dortmund days. This is his when he was 20 years old. So what's really cool is I had such a good lineup. This is the auction site. So you also can play fantasy here. So you can go in
with the cards that you bought.
Yeah, you can only use the cards that you've bought. So I've got quite a large collection. I've got 169 rare cards. That's 1 of 100. And then I've got 10 1 of 10s. So
that's super rare.
Yeah, right. So you have unique, super rare, rare, and then there's limited. That's the yellows. It's like 1 of 1,000. I don't even buy those. I'm not even interested in that.
Amateur hour, those.
Yeah, amateur hour. Like the price
here.
of those is so volatile. I was like, I don't even want to get. These are kind of volatile, but that was like, I mean, you're talking like hills and valleys. That was.
But so if you have, that Haaland card that went for $600,000, and then you get it, or you have a different Haaland card that's like 1 of 1,000, could you play that's either one and it gets you the same amount of fantasy points?
No. So depending on the type of your card determines which leagues you can compete in. So for me, you see, these are all red. These are all the rare. So I only compete in the rare league. I can throw in, like, did I pull a Paquetá? I don't think I put Paquetá because I was nervous he wouldn't start for Brazil. But I have a 1 of 10 Paquetá. It's one of my favorite players. So I could ideally start Paquetá in one of these lineups. This was a lineup I thought was going to do really well. Unfortunately, Egypt locked up Doku, so he only got a 43. This was a great play. I'm hoping these two will do well. And then Min Jae Kim from South Korea. So this is one of my World Cup rosters. Also, I decided I'm going to go all in on France back here, right back, goalkeeper, left back.
Versus Senegal. Senegal's no walk in the park.
That's why I figured I might as well put all of them on one team. I also have the center back. I've got 4 of the 5 on the back line for France. And then I was like, fuck it, let me roll with Erling Haaland. I think he can get some goals. And I ran with Bellingham and Weston McKennie. I figured he's got good opportunities to get goals, especially on headers and stuff like that. And it was Paraguay. I mean, that was the game to get goals. So right now, let's see. I'm 4,300. That's my placement. So I've only got 1 player. So that's to
be expected.
Yeah, it's expected. Exactly. This was also kind of stupid looking back at this. I played Vinicius against Hakimi. That was just a waste. That was such a wasted play.
Man, Hakimi did a good job, but Vinny still got that goal.
Yeah. So, and then this one really screwed me as well. I should have known the Japanese were going to put 2 goals in. So this is the Dutch goalkeeper. Anyway, so this is so rare. Like, this lineup has actually got some serious potential. Oh, damn it. He didn't start. Never mind. I thought he would start for Ivory Coast here. So this is the Ivory Coast. This is maybe a backup for Ivory Coast. I had no idea. who would start for Ivory Coast. So anyway, these are my cards. One time, I had such a good team. I actually won an Erling Haaland card. This card I won. And at the time that I won it, it was worth like $6,000. It was amazing. And I was like, I'm holding this. This is such a cool card. Now you can see it's worth like, I don't know, $150, $160. So obviously,
is it view? Can we see that from right now? How much it's worth, like in this screenshot?
Let's see. I don't think I can click to it.
Okay. I was just wondering if it said it. I didn't see.
What do you mean? Like on the card or just
like right now you said you could see it's worth something different, but I guess you just meant like figuratively you could go and see.
Yeah. You remember when we looked at his profile? We look at his cards here.
Yeah.
So I peeked, it was like 165 for an Erling Haaland card. 170. So this bid, somebody increased the bid here. So if I were to sell that card now, it's $176. It's kind of like the market price. So there's just no reason. Like I don't need $176. There's no reason for me to sell this. But you can see here. So this is the 1 of 10. So this one's worth $1,000. So what's special about my card as well is that was his first year at Manchester City. That was the year that he won the treble, had that crazy year, should have won Ballon d'Or. And the card is number 9, which is the jersey he wears. So it was a super special card. I had so many offers for this card. And I was like, I'm holding this. I'm not letting this card go. Because I know if I hold on to it long enough, I mean, this card's going to be worth a lot. So, yeah, this is a really cool website. I actually, funny story, since we're deep enough into the stream here, I don't think anybody will find this. I tried to get a partnership with this company, and they're based in Paris. So I went on this crazy Euro trip where I went to London, Manchester, Paris, Dortmund, and Milan. And I saw 4 soccer games. It was incredible. I saw Manchester City PSG when Messi was at PSG. I saw Chelsea versus Manchester United when Ronaldo was at United. I went and saw Dortmund versus Bayern when Haaland was at Dortmund. And then I went and saw Milan versus Liverpool when Ibrahimovic was on Milan. Jeez. And it was an insane trip. In between those 4 games, I stopped in Paris because I was like, I'm going to find this company. So I looked up their address, and like I spent like 5 days. I was like, all right, these 5 days, I'm going to find this place. I'm going to knock on their door and just like cold call them. Well, what I found out was the address on the internet was their business agent's address. It was like some random business that like it wasn't their actual physical address. So I'm like, damn. So I had this crazy idea. One of their investors posted a photo on the internet inside the building, and you could see the windows, the pattern of the windows in the background. And I went, I bet I could find that building if I saw those windows. So I studied the building. I studied the windows. They were long vertical windows with like a square on the top. And then you could see through the windows. I could see trees. I could see across the street. There were houses with shutters. And I saw a lamppost. I'm like, okay, I got some information. So I went on Google Map and I just dropped the dude on there. And I just started, I knew the zip code. I went to a business office in Paris where like people have to register their businesses. And they're like, we can give you the zip code. I was like, okay. So I got the zip code of where this fucking place was. And I started looking up and down. Dude, total failure. I'm like, this is going to take forever. But I was like committed. So I started going. That night, my parents' neighbor, he goes to Paris frequently. So he was there. So I hit him up. I said, hey, you want to go get dinner? Sure, no problem. So we go get dinner. And after dinner, he's like, hey, you should go and check out the Eiffel Tower. You know, it's going to light up soon. So I go and find the Eiffel Tower. Took like a little side quest. There's a like a youth club right next to the Eiffel Tower, and I found it. I was like, I'm getting in there. So I waited by the front door, and I saw this group of people walking in. So I just followed them in, and immediately got in this club. This guy, like, he started, hey, monsieur, and I just acted like I didn't hear him, and then eventually he stopped me, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm an American coach. I just wanted to go see the session. I wanted to see what happened here. And those people that I walked in with, they're like, oh, he's American. He's a coach. He's fine. Let him in. Let him in. The guy's like, okay, fine. So he lets me in. I go like watch the practice, and like the Eiffel Tower's lighting up in the background. It's like crazy. I'm like, all right, let me go home. So I get on the subway, and I actually get off at the wrong stop. And so I'm like, all right, might as well walk around because I'm going to be getting on a bicycle tomorrow and trying to find this place. So I take a street that I've normally never taken. I get to this intersection. It's like a 5-way intersection. And I just pick a random street. Within 30 seconds of me walking down the street, I see the windows. I'm like, no way. I look across the street. I see the shutters. There's a tree. There's a light post. And I like look through the window and I can see the net where that guy was playing. He was playing at it was like a 3v3 field inside the office. I'm like, holy fuck, I found these guys' office. Couldn't believe it. So the next morning I get there. It's like 7 a.m. in the morning. I've got like a coffee and I'm just like locked in on this front door. And I'm seeing people coming in and out of the building. And I had kind of like studied the people that work there, the employees. And I recognized one of the guys walking in. He's got a bicycle. And I'm like, oh, this guy's going to take forever to get inside the building. So I just rushed him. I rushed him as he was walking in. And I didn't like start for you. Yeah, I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? You want me to help you? Yeah. I was like, walked up and he kind of looked at me. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I might have even said his name. He's like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm an American businessman. I have a meeting scheduled with So Rare. I was wondering if I could come in or like I have a business proposition. I said something. He's like, what's your name? And I told him. He's like, do you have a So Rare account? And I told him my So Rare account. At that time, I had invested a ton of Ethereum into their platform. He's like, all right, wait right here. So he goes upstairs, and in like 30 seconds, one of the other guys that I recognize comes down. He's like, hey, how's it going? Like super happy, super polite, gives me the red carpet treatment, like walks me in. And at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm in. So I'm asking, I'm like, hey, is there anyone I can talk to? I've got this fantasy soccer app. I want to pitch this idea. And they're like, yeah, we have the lead game designer. We can have you sit down with him. Go sit in the Zidane room. And there's like this room with like Zidane, like all over, it's French, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And I'm like walking by the field that I've seen on the internet. And like I'm sitting in there and I talk to one of them. He's like, so what do you have? Kind of walk through the product, trying not to give away too much. And then he's like, yeah, let me get you with the game designer, the lead game designer. Talk to him, see if you can, maybe he'll help you out. He's like, but he's at lunch, just hang out here. So I'm like hanging out, and these guys come out for lunch, and they start playing soccer. And they're like, hey, can you play? We got 3. You're like, you want to jump in? I'm like, absolutely. So I jump in.
Cannot say no to that when you're traveling.
I couldn't say no. So I'm in there. I take my shoes off. I'm barefooted. I've got like slacks, a button down, long sleeve. I'm like, I'm not going to let the shoes be the reason I'm not able to compete. I've got America on my shoulders right now. I got to show up and like represent. So sure enough, like we're doing the damn thing. And like the 2 guys that like apparently win everything in the office, me and this other dude are like neck and neck. It's like 6'6", 7'6", 7'7". Like we're going back and forth. And people in the office like start to line up on the wall and they're like watching us. And I see some of the big dogs, like the co-founders, they're lining up on the wall and they're all kind of watching us. And then all of a sudden a phone rings. And this is at this point, it's like 10-9, 9-9, something. It's close. We're going to 11. And one of them's like, oh, I got to go get that. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So we ended the game right there. And I'm like, damn. So I was talking to the co-founders. And I think foolishly, I probably shouldn't have said this. They started asking me, it's like, what do you think of the scoring system? I said, honestly, I think you guys weight the goals too much. And in their system, if you score a goal, you get 70 points right off the bat.
7-0?
7-0.
Wow.
And then with their scoring system, you only max out at 100. So you're instantly 7 out of 10. Like, bang, right there. You get 7 out of 10. Or maybe it's 60. It's something crazy like that. So I told him, I was like, I think you guys you put too much weight on the goals. There's so much else that happens in the game. You got players like Pedri, Rodri. Those guys don't score goals. But they're making 100 passes a game. They're making all these line penetrating passes. They're winning the ball back. And, like, they barely do anything in y'all's scoring system. And I think they kind of took offense. He did like this very typical like French like scoff like, like that. So I was like, oh shit. So then like they all like leave and the lead game designer comes back and he sits me down and I'm like, hey, so I have this fantasy app. Like, I'd love to like share it with you guys. He's like, yeah, one of our biggest problems is onboarding. He's like, we don't know how to onboard. Dude, gave him this amazing idea. Like, I asked him, I was like, can you sign an NDA, please? He's like, unfortunately, I can't. He's like, we either end this here or you just trust me. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Or not trust me, but like, you let it go. I'm like, whatever. I'm here. Like, I'm not going to let that stop me. So I give this guy a bunch of ideas. And, I see him. He's like sitting there taking notes. I can see the epiphany face. I'll like tell him an idea. He's like, oh, right. I'm like, damn, this dude's loving these ideas. So we keep going, and I'm like trying to like slide in my fantasy app, and I can tell they don't want anything to do with it. 6 months later, all the ideas I was sharing with them, like a bunch of them pop up on their website. And I'm like, damn it, man. Like, I just gave away those free ideas. So I learned my lesson. What I did is after that meeting, I immediately went home and typed up the entire meeting, what I talked about, what I shared, like just kind of the meeting minutes. And I attached one of the CEOs of the company because I'd found his email.
What do you mean you attached? Oh, in an email.
Got it. The email. Like, I attached the lead game designer. They gave me his email. And then I attached one of the CEO's emails. And, wrote down all the meeting minutes, like what I shared. Here's the problem that was presented to me. This is the solution that I provided. Here was the problem. Here was the solution. And then in 6 months, I see the solution on the internet. And so I go back to that email chain and wrote something. It was like very diplomatic. Like, wow, really cool to see you guys use the ideas I shared with you in the meeting. You can check my notes above to refresh your memory or something like that. And of course they didn't reply, but I've noticed when you win in fantasy, you don't know who you're going to get. They just kind of give you a random card. I've noticed that the cards that I've won, they've been very generous. Like the cards that I've won, I'm like, damn, this is a really good card. Like, I did not expect to get this level of card. So I'm wondering if this was kind of like a quid pro quo kind of thing. And I still have the contact. I still have all their contacts. So if I need to reach out, but I'm waiting until I get to a better moment. And I think now is that time, honestly, because, the Total 90 app, the mobile app, like, I'm having so much fun setting lineups and seeing players like Pedri just go off, man. Like a 50-point game for Pedri. That's incredible. That is
he's on both of my teams, so I'm happy about it.
Great fucking picks. I mean, and it's also cool because you have a player like Balogun who scored 49 points. And you're thinking like, oh, only forwards can score crazy number of points. It's like, nah, if you got a player like Pedri, he scored equal amount of points. He broke the game as well. And then I even have a player like Schlotterbeck, who's a defender. He got 48 points. So it just goes to show it's not forward goal-specific scoring. You can get players forward, midfielder, to defender. If they're on the ball, they're going to get points, especially if they're making decisive passes. They're making line-breaking, attacking passes that are creating chances. You're just going to do well with that player. So that's something I'm really proud of. None of these other scoring systems do this, So
what else? What is it that you saw in these other apps that you didn't like and that you made for your own?
Specifically in So Rare. Yeah, specifically in So Rare, I hate that they cap you off at 100 points. You can't score more than 100. They do that. I don't do that. If you want to get as many points as you want, go get them. I'm not going to stop you. In So Rare, I had a game one time, Haaland scored like 5 goals. That should have been like 150 points or something like that. I got 100. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell, man? You're just robbing me of points.
That's a head scratcher because every single participant wants those more points. Like, and it's not like a small want. It's like a throw something upset. Like, because especially if it's a tie. Let's say your opponent gets 100 points too. And then it's like, wow, that was stupid.
Yeah. And my opponent got 100 points for doing less than what my player did.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting here, I'm like, what's the point of this? So that's one of my biggest gripes. Again, they put way too much weight on goals. So, if we go back to the play and we look at some of these rosters, like Pedri for me did amazing, right? Basically broke the game. Let's look at one. Doku didn't do well. Who's a player that did see like this? Vinny didn't do anything in the game. He scored 1 goal. That's it.
So what's his points there?
60. He got a 60 flat. Just because he put
70,
it
70 for a goal?
No, it's 60. I misspoke. So it's 70 for 2 goals. So if you score a goal, you get 60. If you score a second goal, it's 70. And then I think it goes like 80, 90, 100. I think it goes by tens after that. But in my scoring system, he got like 12 points.
So what else do they score in the other apps? You know, other than goal, I'm sure assist.
Yeah. So here you go. We can look here. Oh, nothing there. So they do yellow cards. I don't do yellow cards. I have a very big gripe with negative points for yellow cards. Just because a lot of yellow cards, you could argue, are just tactical fouls, and that's a positive play. You know, some of them are malicious. Some of them, I'm not going to give negative for all of them. Some of them are amazing plays. That's like a very intelligent play by that defender. So fouls, I do give for fouls. I'll do negative for fouls, but yellow cards, I don't think that's fair.
What about red cards? Does your app do red card deduction?
Yeah, absolutely. Red card is -10. Like, if you have to red card tackle somebody, then like you're really messing up there. Like, that's unexcusable in my opinion. Unless it like the rare excuses like the Suarez red card, like handball.
Yeah, to block the goal.
Yeah, I mean he basically sent his team on to the next round with that handball. So
he would get away with that. You know, like anyone else does that, you know, the PK is going in anyway.
Yeah,
for him, just so that the world is more angry at him. Like, of course.
Dude, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said about it? Somebody asked him, they're like, do you ever feel bad about, you know, taking that goal away from Ghana and blah, blah, blah? He's like, I'm not the one that missed the PK. And it was like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, just lean into it, I guess, right? Just lean into it. That was
seriously
wild.
I mean, he's right.
You can't argue with that. He's like, I didn't miss it. Y'all had a chance to put it in the back of the net. You didn't do it. These things, I figured out what these were. I wrote them down. I don't remember what they are now. It has something to do with like tackles, interceptions, and like clean sheets, goals allowed. So they have a pretty solid scoring system. I don't like the way they do duels lost, duels won. This, for me, it seems kind of like counter to each other. So, you know, in the NFL fantasy football, if you drop a pass, you don't get negative points, right?
Some leagues you can be that specific now.
Yeah, I guess most prefer not to do that, and I like that. So they also do, and they might have gotten rid of it. I think they did. They used to have like accurate pass, like bad pass. So, you know, if you made 26 passes and then you missed 10, you really only got 16 passes made. And I'm like, I don't like that. So I only reward for passing, like a successful pass. If you miss it, oh well, no problem. And then attacking, shots on goal. I don't really care about this one if you win or lose. I don't think that's necessary in fantasy. I feel like you're reaching for something to add into the game when it's like you could find better ways. That's more of a team thing than an individual player thing.
Yeah.
Like Vinny, I don't know. He only had one goal, one shot, one goal. One shot on goal. That was it. And then he made it into the penalty box one time. Right? So it's like, what did he actually
on there?
Yeah, penalty. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, let me zoom in.
Okay.
Yeah, shot on goal, one penalty, and then this one, big chance missed. Like, really? Okay. See, for me, you're almost double negative. You're doing double points negative. So if I score that big chance, I get points, right? But if I miss it, I just don't get those points. Now, not only am I not getting the points, you're taking more points away. So it's really like a double negative. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. Like I could appreciate either way.
That's fair. For me, I don't like. So like clean sheets for me. If a clean sheet, I think is -8 or it's +8. If you get a clean sheet, +8, like awesome. I
If
want
you
that
have
to
the
be
goalie, you mean, or
yeah.
the defender?
Goalkeepers are +8. I think defenders are like +5.
Hmm.
But not only is it just the clean sheet, but if I allow a goal, that's -2, I think.
Hmm.
However, if I allow a goal, I lose the clean sheet. So that's actually a -10 because I don't get the 8 points and I get a -2. So it's really a
Hmm.
10-point swing when you think about it. Same thing here with a big chance missed. Not only do I have a minus for the miss, but I also don't get the points for the big chance scored. So it's
Okay,
like,
I get
you see
that.
where I'm
So there
going?
should be something in the middle, maybe. Like for the example of a clean sheet, you give up one goal, then it goes to 0. You give up another goal, then it's minus.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just as an example, right? Like I don't know if
Yeah,
that's the answer there,
right,
but
right, right,
yeah, smoother transition.
right. This is where I just like the +10. Like if you're a goalkeeper, it's just like it's a +10. Like that's awesome. You kept a clean sheet.
Yeah.
More power to you. I want that to be like a big reward. But if you make 5 saves and you let in a, or I should rather, if you make 6 saves and you let in a goal, that's the equivalent of a clean sheet, which it should be. If you make 5 saves, like
Mm.
that's fucking impressive.
Yeah, I like that math.
So it's like this is where not having the clean sheet doesn't just completely ruin that player for
Mhm.
both defenders and goalkeepers.
Do you want to keep talking about these different scenarios and how you score, how you like to score? And if so, then maybe you should pull up
Yep,
your system.
read your mind. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was like, what? Oh, wrong password again.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
I got it.
password, right?
I got it. Yeah,
It's just password with exclamation point.
yeah, that's it.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. You're right. Yeah. So this is where, man, I just love this attacking. So this is one that I do that I kind of took from NFL. And
Zoom in a little bit.
oh, yep, good call. So what I do here is in the NFL fantasy, your defense starts out with points, and then you can only lose points. So I took that same idea, and your goalkeeper starts with a 10. And if you get goals scored on you, you lose points. So it's not straight into negative. Like I feel like that's unfair. You at least have a cushion where you can allow some in. Same thing with a forward, but if a forward scores a goal, he immediately gets to 10 points. That's a 7. If a midfielder scores a goal, he gets 5, goes to 10. Defender scores a goal, gets 3, that's 10. New Zealand just scored.
Oh, they did.
Yep.
Made it 2-1.
2-1, 55th minute. Dude, these two teams have been battling. It's been great.
Yeah. I'm tempted to talk about the game a lot, but I'd rather that we could see it. No,
Yeah.
this is a good because we got a good chunk of like we're continue with the theme because this is a really important theme of how is the point scored in the Total 90 app, and so breaking it down, like maybe explain more of what we're looking at. Like you got 4 columns there.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's do that. It's a good idea. So we broke out the categories into 7 different categories where points are, we believe, can be kind of categorized. Attacking, defensive, playmaker, which is one of my favorites. Possession gained or lost. Discipline is like yellow card, red card. I even threw an own goal in there. Of course, you need goalkeeper. And then passing. There are, different types of passing that are pretty standard. Playmaker and passing are kind of like interchangeable. You could argue, like some of these could be playmakers or some of these could be passing, but I didn't want to have too many playmaker stats. I wanted to kind of keep some in passing. So I mean, like passing is one of my favorites. We'll dive in here. So I decided to get rid of the long balls for forward, midfield, and defender and just reward the goalkeeper just so that they had something that the other players didn't have. And goalkeepers do hit a lot of long balls. So I wanted to reward them for hitting those long balls every once in a while. And then you get like chipped passes. That's even across the board. All these are pretty even, I think. Yeah, passes into the final third. Most of these are pretty. So you get 5 passes into the final third. That's a point. So I believe Pedri maybe had like 60 of these. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
60 passes into the final third.
Let me check. And I have to. My AI agent might have messed this up here, but I was looking at the score breakdown. Yeah, so he had 86 accurate passes, and it says 63 in the attacking third, which I want to go look at that. But he scored.
I mean, I'm sure. I think that'd be accurate just because that's Spain just held the ball the whole time. And who was it they played against? Cape Verde, Cabo Verde. Yeah, they. I mean, they did what you're supposed to do versus Spain when you're the underdog, or almost any time. Just pack the box and wait for a counter or something.
So this is one of my favorite statistical websites. We're gonna kind of validate what you're saying here, which is to where. All right, calm down. I'm looking for the Spain game. Where did that go? Let's go back here. They're in Group H, I think. Yeah. So what the hell? Okay, we're just going to click on Spain here. Who Scored, also powered by Opta. Really cool website that they have here. So one of my favorite things to do is the heat map. So right away, you look at that heat map. So you can see the majority of their touches are right in front of that goal. If Pedri is anywhere in here and he plays a ball past that line, passing the attacking third. So I can imagine, he's playing a pass in here, he's getting it back. Playing a pass in here, getting it back. Playing a pass in here. So 63 times, I guess, is not unreasonable. And then you can imagine Cabo Verde. They're clearing it. He's probably sitting back, taking it out the air, and just resetting a ball back into the attacking third. Just over and over and over and over again. And then we can even zoom in on Pedri by himself. Yeah. I mean, this is where he just sat the whole game right there. And he had 100
bookmark. I need to bookmark this website.
It was great. I used to say on the Footy Fetish show, I am a Who Scored slut. I was on this website all the time, dude. All the time. So let me show you some other things they do. Player statistics. This one's one of my favorites. They, again, Who Scored. They don't give you all the stats that Who Scored gives, but they give you a really good chunk. So your typical shots on target, key passes, dribbles, fouled, offside, dispossessed, unsuccessful touches, defensive, tackles, interceptions, clearance, block shots. And it's a very good kind of like collection of stats that gives you a full picture. I don't know how their rating system works. I wish I understood that better. But they also heavily rate goals. Lots of ratings are high with a goal. It's really interesting to see Pedri here with an 8.16. So I bet it's in passing. If we look at passing, 99 passes. Rodri had 126.
But Pedri had more fantasy points.
Yeah, because I have a feeling the type of passes that he made were more impactful in my system. Where if Rodri's just going left to right, and Pedri's the one that's penetrating and breaking lines and finding players inside the box, like that's – I want to reward that because those are actually meaningful passes. They're not just, left, right.
Yeah.
And then you can see he even had long balls. He had 7 long balls. He made 7 of them. He had 3 through balls, 3 accurate crosses. Like he had a good game. And Rodri's not that far behind him. A 7-4. That's a good score on Who Scored. That's not especially for not scoring a goal. Like that's pretty good. And then this is also another really cool part of this. If you go to Match Report, they'll even show you like the side that they attack down the most. which is pretty cool. So they were going down the right side. And then also, this is a cool one, player positions. This is the average position of each player. And so you can see it was very structured here. You've got your 2 center backs, your 3 center mids. This is the right back, left wing are kind of on top of each other here. You hope that the Spanish coach sees that and is like, hey, man, you're hanging too far back. Go up. Get up in there. I don't know who 21 is. I'm not sure who that is. We can find that
out. It might be the forward with the name that I never know how to pronounce.
Does it begin with an O?
It's like 10 letters.
Oh, Yarzabal?
Yeah. I want to guess it's him.
I think you're right. It's either him, maybe Ferran Torres, or was he in place for Lamine?
He is. Yeah, he's in place for.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Or Yarzabal. So, yeah, Torres was here. So he was 21. So, yeah, so he was right where he needed to be, center forward. Gavi, check that out. He's a midfielder. Guess who was dropping back as a midfielder? Him. Right? So that checks out, And then you had 20, 16, and 8. So I bet you these were the 3 that were kind of in that nice, beautiful triangle. This would be cool to segue into Japan and see what they're shaping. Because the Japanese shape was just.
There's a lot that we could say about this game.
Yeah.
Especially because you were there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But we do have to round out the conversation of the scoring and maybe do it however you want on the app without giving away the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. It seems like you already gave a little bit of the secret sauce.
What you mean? To who?
Like you're showing the score.
Yeah, but you don't. You mean like here? This?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's not everything. Iran just tied it up 2-2.
Dang.
Dude, this game is lit. This game is lit, dude. I said this right at the start. I said this is going to be a firework game. They're going to go back and forth. And this is the 63rd minute. Dude, this is wild. This is not going to end 2-2. This is not. These teams are going at each other.
Oh,
this is beautiful. What you love to see. You love to
God, I'm rooting for Iran with all the shit going on in the world and how their government just like kills their own people.
Yeah.
Dude.
This would be such a big uplift for the people of Iran. Yeah. Because these soccer players have no tie to the government. Oh! Did you see that goal?
The header? The goal?
Boom.
The 2-2?
Yeah. The announcer just went, exquisite goal. Absolutely exquisite.
Yeah, you're like 10 seconds ahead of me. I'm streaming on Fubo.
Oh, I'm on I bought Fox One. I was like, I need to know I can watch this game anywhere. Phone, internet, like phone, cell phone, whatever, laptop. I just paid for it. I was like, I need it. I'm going to be watching all these games. Also, I get to watch Zlatan. That was another reason I paid for it. Zlatan and Thierry Henry are some of the hosts. So I was like, all right, this is worth it for me. I'd do this.
Yeah.
And you know what's great is Zlatan's ego is the perfect antithesis to Alexi Lalas. Alexi Lalas.
I thought you were going to say Thierry Henry because Thierry's pretty, I don't know if he's humble, but he sounds humble. Just he talks really calm, patient, measured.
Yeah. Both of them have been very calm, patient, and measured, I've thought. Alexi Lalas is the one with all these like horrible takes.
Yeah.
Horrible takes. He tried to go at Zlatan. He's like, yeah, I feel like if Holland has a good World Cup, he's going to overtake you. And Zlatan
I heard that.
What?
Yeah, how dare you? Like, how stupid are you? Like, why would you say that? Like, how inconsiderate? How anything? Like, I thought you were a professional. Like, what's wrong?
Right. Like, do you even watch soccer? Like, have you not seen my career?
Yeah.
To say that Holland is going to, like, one World Cup is going to surpass me.
Like, where does he come off saying that? Because, like, imagine any other studio, any other pairing you got the TNT basketball guys, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yep.
What's the last one? The funniest, Charles Barkley.
Barkley.
Yeah, imagine like, I don't know, some like lesser, like, okay, he did good in a lesser league, but he's nowhere near Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley level. And then he's like, you know what? I think Zion's better than you, Shaq. Like on live TV.
Yeah. No, he'll say something like, I bet if he does well in like the Eastern Conference quarterfinals, he's better than you. You're like,
right.
What?
No, see, if Charles Barkley were to say that, then it'd be different. But if you have Alexi Lawless telling Zlatan, like, that is the most absurd, like completely out of place to say that. And then he's always said some stupid things. You're right. Like, I remember, I mean, he like doesn't hold back when he just talks shit about like his past matchups, like versus Mexico and stuff. And it's, I mean, like, control yourself a little bit, be a professional. But it is good, and it'll be interesting to see how that team plays out between Zlatan, Thierry Henry, and Alexi Lawless, and the British chick. She's doing a good job too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she played professionally. So like, good. That's really cool to have like a woman's professional perspective. Like, she knows the game. She's played it. She's played at a high level. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look that up. But
one note on that. When I was in Germany and I was watching Cologne versus Berlin, I saw Berlin's head coach is a female.
Oh yeah, this is new. This is a new development. I didn't see this.
First time ever.
Yeah.
First time in all of the Bundesliga that you have a female head coach.
I'd be willing to bet that's all of European soccer.
That's probably right.
Like that's a very progressive step by them. And I think she's doing well. I think she's doing really well. So great.
I think that has, that has really high, has high potential. We need women in leadership positions. I do have some concerns about them being the referees, like to keep up with the guys physically running around. I'm a little concerned. But if they've played a lot themselves, then I'm less concerned.
Yeah, I get that. I would agree with you in that maybe the center ref, maybe that would be difficult, but ARs down the sideline, I think that's no problem. I don't think that's a problem.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But you're right. Keeping up with the play, especially professional men, like quick counterattacks, and they're off, and you're sitting there like fucking sucking air, trying to keep up with the play.
You bump into them too. You bump into players sometimes at full sprint. Who knows? It's not the biggest deal, but I don't know.
Something to see how it plays out.
Yeah, didn't your friend said that he knows one of the assistant referees that's about to ref?
Yeah,
for one of these games.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys in that group that are no referees in high places, and one of them is a female, and I think she's in Texas. I don't remember where. I'm just guessing. But he was sending me pictures of her with, like, I want to say Infantino. I think she's got a photo with him, FIFA president. And like, she's there. She's got like all the equipment. She's like, in the seminars, making sure everybody's on the right page. I don't know if you want to go to Netherlands, Japan here, if you want to segue into refereeing. I just remembered something about refereeing I've been seeing.
I have a lot of notes on referee too. There's a couple things. One is the point scoring should be a priority. I don't know about now, but to get people onto the app and like understanding what separates your app from other fantasy. I think that's a really important thing that we should do eventually.
Okay.
We kind of started, but it seems like there's a lot there.
Yeah.
And so we probably want a really short version and then maybe a detailed version if we want. The other thing was the Japan-Netherlands game that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm open to talk about ref stuff and put a pin in things because I have some notes, but up to you. I just have, I should get going actually in like 10 minutes.
I can do this quickly.
Let's go.
Well, great seats behind the goal. I was behind the Dutch fan, so I got to see kind of the vertical view as opposed to the left-right view, which I prefer. Goal to goal as opposed to side goal line to goal line, sideline to sideline, because you can see the left-right movement, and then the depth is kind of as it goes.
Oh, but Hugh,
yes.
Should you share some of your photos and videos while
do
talking
that?
about it?
Yeah, how would I do that? I'm trying to think.
Might have
they're
to do it.
home.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that quickly.
I could send you an invite to join.
Hold on. Can I do it? Can I join from my phone? I should be able to.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me get to kind of the positions and like the tactical breakdown here. So Japan started with a 3-4-3, which was really cool. Did not see them doing that. That's a very difficult shape to maintain. Yeah, me too. And their whole strategy was keep everything tight and compact in the middle, and let's keep it tight and compact in the middle in front of our own goal, but not be afraid to, break out and quick counter. And they even hit a couple of long balls, which was really impressive. And I think I can even show, maybe it's a chalkboard. Yeah. So I can show some of the types of passes that were made. Nope. Okay. So these are just shots. But what this did is this forced the Netherlands to try and find answers on the outside. And that was not their game plan. The first half was so boring from the Netherlands perspective. The Japanese were working their tails off to make sure that shape was nice and tight. And they were doing an amazing job not allowing them to capitalize on the mismatch in numbers. So when you play a 3-4-3, you have this one guy out here, and he's susceptible to a 2-on-1. If you have the right forward and the right back both attacking here, the only way to counter this is to have one of your center backs come over, which creates this giant gap between your center back and your left center back, or you need your left forward to drop in on this wing. And they did an amazing job. It was almost like they had key positions on the field. Like if Somerville got the ball in this area, Nakamura was dropping on the low side, and then Maeda was coming in kind of on that side angle pressure and just denying everything inside and down the goal line. So then Somerville was forced to reset the ball through the back line. They must have reset that ball 50 times throughout the game. And it was so boring because Japan was like, no, you were not allowed to come through the middle of this formation. They kept everything just so nice and tight. And then when they won the ball back, there was decision-making that had to go on. Can we quickly get out with a couple of passes and counter? Or is it too much of a danger? Just send it out of bounds. Just launch it. Like it's not worth trying to build out. And there was a couple of times where Japan thought they had that opportunity to break out, and the Netherlands won the ball back and they were in on goal. And you're like, oh, it was just chaos at this moment. And then you started to see the team kind of communicate. And they're like, okay, we can't do that. Just get rid of it. If there's any kind of doubt, just send it out. There was some like air balls that would come in and typical teams might take it off their chest or like head it down to a teammate. And they were like, nope, no nonsense. Just flick it out of bounds. Like it's not even worth it. We'll give them the ball back. We'll let you throw it in. We can regain our shape, regain that structure, and, live to defend another day versus, that potential second ball back into the field of play. Credit to the Netherlands. One of my biggest criticisms is that they were not taking any risks. They were trying to find passes through the middle. It wasn't working. And then finally, like they decided to just play some balls over their back line. They had a couple of guys that were making runs. That was one thing that the Japanese did really well, is the Japanese off-the-ball movement. They were making those off-the-ball runs, sacrificing some energy. I'm going to make a run and hope my teammate plays it. And the majority of the time, those balls were getting played in. So they had this style of play where if that Dutch back line was anywhere near that like transition between defensive third and middle third, they were having runners go in. and they were playing the balls, and they were making some dangerous plays into this attacking third. It was so exciting. Another thing that I really loved is number 13 and number 11. We're doing this kind of rotation on the back line where 13 would make a diagonal run. He would be like right here. He'd make a diagonal run at this center back, and Dumfries would chase him. And then 11 would clear out into this area, and the ball would get played out to 11, and then he would drive down the wing. And I wish we could probably pull the tack board up, but they were making these kind of off-the-ball runs to free up space for another player. It was amazing. The movement off the ball in order to create space in the attacking third was just so precise. And it was well organized. Oh, it was like, God, the Japanese, man, I can't. And they're missing their 3 best players.
Really?
Their 3 top players. Yeah, Minamino, Mitoma of Brighton, Minamino of Liverpool. I don't know if he's still there. And then there's one more. I can never remember his name. He's like a center mid. Oh, Ito. No, Endo. Endo. He plays at Liverpool.
I saw an Ito or 2.
Ito's there. It's
Yeah.
like Endo. What Endo? There it is. Wataru Endo. This guy. Yeah. So he's not there. This poor guy. He announced his retirement. He's like, okay, like I can't. He's injured. And like they have an interview where they asked the Japanese coach about this, and like he wept in tears. Because this would have been one of their leaders. He's 33 years old. He's a established player at Liverpool. Excellent player, excellent midfielder. Would have been a leader on the field. Unfortunately, couldn't make it. But this is what I loved about. I was telling my dad this. The Japanese, they have such an amazing play style. It's a plug and play. Obviously they'd love to have Wataru Endo, but the system is so organized and orchestrated that they can put someone in there, teach them the system, and they all play for each other. There's no egos or like, I'm the attacker, I don't need to play defense. No, they all get behind the ball, they all defend, and they all attack together. It's such an amazing synergy on this team.
Sounds like classic Japanese style, discipline.
Yes.
Egoless.
Yes. Dude, you know what else was cool that I noticed? When the Japanese players walked out to warm up, every one of them got to the middle of the field. They got into a nice, neat line, hands behind their back. They bowed to one side. They all turned around, bowed to the other. And then they did it 4 times. They bowed. And they just took the time to just thank all the fans. And then they got into the warm-up. The Dutch came out, a couple of them wave, got the balls, boom, started to warm up. And you're like, dude, it's such a difference in cultures between the two here.
Damn.
It was so wild. I had so much fun.
What was interesting tactically is like towards the end of the game, Japan, they just kept sending the ball in. They were just sending, crosses for like a header. And the announcer kept pointing it out, and it was a good point. It's like the average height of the Japanese players versus the Dutch is like not conducive to win the ball in the air. Like, I don't know why they keep doing this, but they keep sending the ball in instead of, trying to break down the Dutch in different ways. And then lo and behold, they got the equalizer in the end from a cross and a header. So
yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, I was saying the same thing. I'm like, they're short. This is such a waste of ball in the box. Like, just keep it on the ground. And they made it work.
Van Dijk. Yeah, you got Van Dijk in the back of the Dutch, who might be like 6'7" or something.
Dude, him and Van Heck. Van Heck is like 6'5", 189 centimeters. Let's check what that is. 6'2".
And then I got a 6'2". What about Van Dijk?
I think he's 6'4". The tallest Japanese player is 5'11".
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
195. So he's probably 6'4", 6'5". Oh, wait, this is not correct. Hold on.
Oh, because that's decimal and it's not.
Yeah.
12.
Is there like a quick? Let's do this.
And then I got to run. I got a soccer game to win.
Oh, yeah, dude. If you got to run, it's 950.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'4". Yeah, that's not 6'5".
Yeah,
There you go. 6'5".
those Japanese, they don't see in height. They just see in heart.
Yeah, dude. Spot on. And that's another thing. The first half, the Dutch were like, we're the Dutch. We don't need to work that hard. You know, they're kind of lazy on the ball. Man, when the Japanese got the ball, flipped the switch 0 to 100, like, let's go, let's go, let's go. They would switch it on the back line like 1 or 2 times, and then it was in. Like, we're not here to pussyfoot around. Like, Dutch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like back. You know, like, dude, somebody take a risk. Fucking go with the goal. Someone, please.
Japan will be a fun one. Hopefully they go deep.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping they go deep.
Well, man, I wish I could stay longer and talk
off.
more about it. Hopefully we pick this back up and finish. I want to hear more about your experience there over at that. It was like A&T Stadium. Is that what they call it?
It's the one
Dallas
in Arlington. Yeah, I think it's AT&T.
Yeah, where the Cowboys play. Dang, that's crazy.
Great stadium. But yeah, man, have fun at your game. I'm gonna probably do those marketing videos on Instagram, so I'll let you know what happens.
Cool.
All
All right. See ya.
See y'all later. We got 3 people watching.
Peace.
Peace.